Hey guys, this is Starcraft and I'm back to cast another 2v2 for you. This one will be on Tempest, and it's going to be between Sosorryman and ItWasLuck. So if you put those two together, it makes Sosorryman, ItWasLuck. It's like a sentence. That's pretty cool. And so they're basically just trying to get inside your head with their names. I really like that. So yeah, anyway, Sosorryman is the red Terran, and ItWasLuck is the blue Terran. And Panerai, their opponents will be Panerai, the purple Zerg, and Power, the teal Terran. Again, I have such a bad habit of starting to read this and then I just totally forget what I'm talking about. So Power and Panerai, by the way, in the new season are currently ranked, I think, 7th in the entire world on a range 2v2. So those guys are just straight ballin', man. Straight ballin'. And their opponents, Sosorryman and ItWasLuck, haven't played enough this season, but I remember them last season. I remember noticing them in the rankings for North American server. I know they were in the top 100 like the whole first season, so they're definitely a legitimate team. And both playing Terran, so it should be interesting. And I've thrown their first supply depots down in the front. Very, very worried about a fast rush. So Sosorryman, he is going to throw his barracks down here, and they're going to complete that wall in, which will probably lead us to a long game here, unless Panerai tries to do some kind of Baleen bust or something like that. But Power is going to be on Terran. I love watching his Terran. He is always comes up with something interesting and exciting to do on Terran, so always a pleasure to watch. And whoa, look at this, Panerai going for a fast hatch. So not something you see too often in these 2v2s, especially with close spawns on Tempest. That is really interesting, and the fast hatch is going to get scouted by Sosorryman, but they've already committed to this sort of wall in here. So what is Sosorryman and ItWasLuck going to do? Basically the pressure is on them at this point to deny this expansion. So Panerai has played the first card by going for the fast hatch, and we'll see what ItWasLuck and Sosorryman try to do about it. So far it's all standard right now. Actually, this SCV from Power is being so annoying right now, so annoying. And making his way through the middle line there. A factory is coming down from ItWasLuck, as well as a reactor, and that does get scouted by Power, so they know that there's likely going to be some Hellions on the way. And by likely, I mean there's like a 99% chance, unless basically what ItWasLuck could do is he could say, oh, you scouted that? Now I'm going to just go crazy and change my strat on you, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Panerai's hatchery has completed, and I'm not sure if this is the rally point he wants. I guess he's thinking maybe Panerai is actually doing this, setting his rally point back here on purpose, because he knows that there's going to be Hellions on the way soon, and he's not going to be able to defend drones that are down here. But again, Hellions will take them 10 years to kill the hatchery, but 2 seconds to kill all the drones. So Panerai is thinking, I'm just going to keep all my drones over here until then. Or not. He can just make me look really stupid and send all the drones down here. So we'll see if a couple of Hellions really makes him think that maybe he should have put it back here. But the Queen is here, so that is going to help. A Spine Crawler really would do wonders there. Or if Power just brings his Marauders up to help defend that. As it looks like Power is definitely going Marauder heavy here. As 3 barracks, all with Tech Labs. And upgrades, we do have Stimpack and Marauder Slow on the way for Power, Stimpack and Marauder Slow on the way for Sosorryman. And Hellions should be out here on the field. Where are the Hellions? They are at the Xel'Naga Watchtower, taking a little damage there from something, like an SCV maybe, or something. So are these Hellions going to come in here and try and roast up some drones? The Spine Crawler is nearing completion, so will he be able to kill any drones before this happens? No, as the roaches spawn just there at the last second for Panerai. So Sosorryman and ItWasLuck are going to be up against it now that Panerai has 2 bases fully going and a bunch of roaches and a Spine Crawler and all that good stuff. So Hellions are not going to be very effective against this mass Marauder and Roach strategy. However, Panerai and Power's armies are completely split up right now, as Power is busy defending the front of his ramp, and at the other hand, Sosorryman and ItWasLuck have all their units grouped up and are attacking and going to start harassing this expansion here. The Spine Crawler is going to deter some of this attack, and finally Power has brought his units up to combine them with Panerai, and here comes the engagement. Stim has gone off on the top team, but meanwhile Power has opted not to stim. Now the stim goes off on the Marauders in the back, and the drones were going to come out to fight, and then apparently changing their mind. This is a really, really close battle right now, and it looks like Power is just barely going to be holding this off with a couple of Marines and a Marauder, and it looks like all the roaches for Panerai did die. If we look at the units lost tab, very, very even right now. Both teams an eye for an eye, but guess what? Panerai has his expansion intact. Power working on his expansion, and Sosorryman and ItWasLuck are going to have to answer that with expansions of their own if they want to stay in this game. More and more Hellions are coming out, and it's sort of interesting that he is doing that. Actually, it looks like he is going to change his mind, stop making the Hellions, because Hellions are just going to be worthless against all these Marauders and Roaches. As Panerai continuing to pump out some Roaches up here, getting a second Spine Crawler, and not bothering with any gas yet. We'll see when and if he tries to start teching up. The lair is already finished for Panerai, and he is just he's going to start getting that roach speed with his lair tech, but so far not much gas. Actually, he does have these two gases fully going, so don't listen to me. And what is going on here? Their Overlord's pooping creep out in really random places up here. I wonder what this is all about, if he's just using that to sort of scout, or what that creep is all going to be about. I guess if your Overlord is just going to sit in one place, you might as well have it poop creep. So Sosorryman and ItWasLuck, they really don't want this game to go very long. They want to end this game, but I just don't think they're going to have enough to break this. This is a large ball of bio, but the stim going off really early there. If Panerai stays back, and this stim is about to wear off, and this bunker thrown down by Power, but it's going to be out of position sort of to defend this. Both players actually defending their own bases here. Very interesting. And it seems to be working just fine. With this creep spread over here, Panerai will be able to quickly move his Roaches and get the surround from the behind. The pincher attack. Power needs to turn around and start fighting. And that is exactly what's going to happen. It looks like we're going to see another very, very even army exchange here. And the positioning superior for Power and Panerai, and it looks like that is going to make the difference in that battle. Sosorryman, ItWasLuck forced to fall back. There is a siege tank out here, and some Marines in a bad rally point are going to get picked off. And Power and Panerai are going to try and counter that attack, and that is probably not going to work. There's going to be a bit too much here, but they may be able to deny and or delay these expansions for a while. These Roaches being really indecisive right now for Panerai, trying to sort of micro those out of range of some of these units, and it wasn't really working there, as Power and Panerai are going to lose all of their armies. These reinforcing units need to stop reinforcing and run away, as this Roaches here looks like he is going to be able to save a few of these Roaches. Need to fall back right now. Excuse me there, voice cracking, as as apparently, by the way, that one guy who was critiquing my commentary, he thought that that I was going to be a girl because of the name Irie, which really caught me off guard. I know that Irie, I guess, is a bit of a feminine sounding name, but it does have a meaning, and that basically means that you are stony baloney, man. I'm so Irie, man. I'm so Irie. So it's not really like a chick's name or a name at all. The idea of Irie Starcraft is you are high and playing Starcraft, and that is why it is super, super fun. So obviously, if you think that somebody is going to be a girl when you're online and going to a channel or anything like that, and they turn out not to be a girl, you are going to be disappointed no matter what. I mean, that is just a given. So anyway, a little bit of a digression there. While we had a break in the action, and Sosorryman is like, Sosorryman, you cannot expand that creep. But Panerai's like, oh yeah? You don't think so? I'm just going to be creep harassing you. And so we'll see if Panerai keeps doing that. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to this time, as the first one maybe got cancelled. And that's not too often you see a creep ball getting cancelled. But hey, you know, we'll see it all in this game, I'm sure. As nobody has tried to take any sneaky expansions And it was luck, and so sorry, man. Looks like they're going to try and sort of creep forward here and leapfrog some of these tanks. So timing could be interesting, though, if these siege tanks are out of siege mode and Power and Panerai can attack this army before the tanks siege up. These tanks are going to siege up, so Panerai and Power need to fall back out of range of these tanks quickly. But they also cannot afford to allow these tanks to continue moving forward into their base, as one problem I've had often on this map, Tempest, is falling victim to the tank contain in the middle of the map. It is so difficult to deal with. Roaches are going to try and engage this, can try and pick off some of these tanks that are out of siege mode. Oh my god, Panerai just lost so many roaches flying into the tanks. Oh man, look at all the kills on these tanks. 15 on one of those, and a lot of those are roaches. As Panerai really lost a lot of roaches right there. Might need to think about making a tech switch or something, because so many siege tanks are just going to obliterate these roaches. Some really nice tank micro from ItWasLuck, the way he is slowly leapfrogging these tanks. This is exactly what you need to, especially when you are on creep, because the Zerg units are so fast. And now the hatchery is under siege, and I don't know if Panerai and Power are going to be able to save this. If they're going to do anything about it, they need to do it right now. But it looks like Panerai is going to let the hatchery go down and try and stay back here and get as many units as they possibly can before they try to engage this, or perhaps wait until some more of these siege tanks come out of siege mode. But a nice job here from ItWasLuck and keeping the contain with these tanks, and at the same time really working on their economy. As Power and Panerai are going to come around the right side and looks like going to take a huge chunk out of this army. Will they be able to destroy all of it? I don't think so, because of these tanks in the back. There's nothing to come up here and distract these tanks. And so Power and Panerai, oh man, could he break this? Could they break this? It's going to be really close. And Power does have one tank of his own, excuse me there. Panerai trying to move a spine crawler up there. I don't think that spine crawler is going to get rooted down, as this last tank from Power is going to die. And oh man, Power and Panerai up against it right now. They are down one base here from Panerai, as ItWasLuck and so sorry, man. They actually could use a little more saturation on their expansions, but it looks like Panerai does have a trump card. He has a whole bunch of roaches here, and they're going to scoot right in here and are going to be able to take out all these tanks. And it looks like Power is just barely going to be able to ward this attack off. So close right now. This game is just so close and really intense. And ItWasLuck, a bad rally point, going to cost him a siege tank and a marine or two, but these siege tanks are going to siege up, and Power is going to try and run in here and engage this, and oh man, not the best idea. Is he going to try and lift off some of these units? No. To try and save them, and instead they all die. And going to go ahead and take out this extractor is so sorry, man. And I'm going to, I could do puns from so sorry, man, and ItWasLuck like over and over and over, so I am just not going to do that, because that is just so cheesy. And look at this, still these Zerglings from Panerai have been on patrol on all these bases this entire time, and nobody has tried to take a sneaky. And so usually I think Power might, there's actually, the top team is not scouting now. There finally, ItWasLuck is going to be sending out a scout as well. Oh, so sorry, man. Looks like a drop was occurring over here while I was rambling. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not, okay, never mind. I am so sorry, you guys, that I missed a drop attack, but it looks like it was thwarted pretty easily, and Power now trying to just keep this encroaching tank army at bay. So much action right now, as there are a million dropships here. Power has 8 dropships, and so these units will be able to stay alive for quite some time. And Power with the superior force looks like he is going to be able to roll over these tanks now. Look at all the Marauders. They do have 2 upgrades, so that is going to make a huge difference. The tanks, meanwhile, have no upgrades, and no upgrades for the infantry of So Sorry Man. And so upgrades going to play a huge factor in this engagement, as Power is continuing to steamroll with these units. And ItWasLuck is forced to fall back. Look at all these barracks out here pumping Marines. And Power could just roll this right now, as he is continuing to move in here, though his forces are starting to dwindle. As when you start to have more medevacs than you have ground forces, that starts to be trouble. But Panerai has come up with a few more roaches, And both teams are just scraping the barrel right now. Power actually with a bunch more units on the way to reinforce this. Is he going to continue to be aggressive or try and D up? He is throwing a missile turret up here, which leads me to believe that he's going to try and start defending this area, maybe using some of these siege tanks here. Or by some of these siege tanks, I mean one siege tanks, as Power does have a single siege tank, and ItWasLuck has 4 siege tanks. So where are his siege tanks? He's got them spread out pretty nicely here, but now ItWasLuck and Sosorryman are on the defensive. Panerai with some sneaky roaches here, and I don't think that Sosorryman and ItWasLuck know about these roaches. And could he try and do something crazy with these? Do the roaches have tunneling claws? They do not, so they will not be moving. And oh, they could pop up right now and kill a bunch of Marines, but that would probably be a bad idea because there's so many units here. They are going to pop up right when Power tries to engage this, so the roaches here are going to absorb a totally tongue-tied. Sorry, you guys, the roaches absorbing a bunch of fire, but at the same time, they were in a really bad spot, and there just wasn't enough of them. So don't you love it when I just get tongue-tied and just totally butcher the battle? I am so sorry, you guys. And oh man, I just need to really stop right now. I'm not even doing those puns on purpose. They're just coming out somehow without even trying. Power accidentally lifting some units off there. I do that all the time. So frustrating. And it looks like Sosorryman is going to try and press this. No, man, there's just some serious posturing going right now. And Power, really with most of the units, Panerai doesn't have a whole lot going on. He really needs to get this base going, as he has been on one base pretty much this whole time, and Power now is going to stim up, and here comes the engagement. There is still 2-2 upgrades over 1-0 now, and Power looks like is going to roll. He could use another stim right now to finish this off, but tanks from ItWasLuck. Look at how many tanks. Look at the placement. So nice there. So much damage being done. Oh my god, this is so frustrating if you are Power right now. The tank placement. And you wonder, what is he going to be able to do? So Mutalisk really could make a big difference right now, trying to snipe some tanks possibly, or even some Broodlords. The problem is Panerai is just so hurting for resources, and still has not bothered with these extractors or to rebuild those. The drop coming in from Sosorryman has been scouted by Panerai, but this is a planetary fortress, so I don't think much is going to be able to happen there, as it looks like Sosorryman, if he just leaves a couple units here, he will be able to deny the mining at least from those SCVs. And at the same time, ItWasLuck is trying to build a base here, but Power knows about that, so as soon as anything starts to happen there, he will be able to do something about it with possibly a dropship. And meanwhile, ItWasLuck creeping with these tanks. And so now what is Power and Panerai going to be able to do? They are really up against it now, but at this point, ItWasLuck, his siege tanks are all out of siege mode and out of position right now, and trying to just bull his way in here. It looks like he will be able to at least creep up here though, as ItWasLuck is now sieged up. The tanks at the front, Power in so much trouble right now. So much trouble. This command center is going to go down, and oh man, the top team definitely with a huge advantage. They're actually, SCVs going to be transferring all the way across the map. Normally very difficult to do, but not when you have the kind of map control that Sosorryman and ItWasLuck have right now. And Power with some SCVs, long distance mining as the main is completely mined out. Panerai is pooping creep in Power's main. That is not something you see too often. And oh man, what are they going to be able to do? Power, just like I said, Sosorryman just leaving these units here, and so Power is unable to mine. And ItWasLuck has barracks floating into the middle of the map. Siege tank, where is he going with these? There is a drop going on. That's where Power's army is. Sorry you guys, I missed that, but Power doing a drop right into the main base of Sosorryman, and he already conquered all of ItWasLuck's main. Oh my god, I totally butchered it again, and I missed the drop play. So much action going on in this game, but it looks like Power really able to put the hurt on these guys. And ItWasLuck, I think, will finally be able to clean this up with all these tanks. If he just sieges up right now, actually is not going to siege up. He's going to try and engage these out of siege mode with all these medevacs healing these marauders. Could Power actually win this battle? No, there are a bunch of Marines in here too. So finally, that entire drop force will get cleaned up, but look at ItWasLuck's base. So as soon as this game ends, I will go back and check out that drop play. It looked like it happened at about the 26-minute mark. I'm so sorry again, you guys, as I am just completely off my game apparently. And so now ItWasLuck basically has nothing going on, and this base at the same time, Power and Panerai were able to send some Marauders, a small force, over to this base and eliminate that, and now the Marauders are going to come down here and deal with this. Wow, I cannot believe Power and Panerai are actually coming back in this game, and I believe they may have the upper hand now, because ItWasLuck, all he's got, he does have this nice sized army of tanks, and it looks like he is going to be going after this base down here. And so Power, this army is going to be in trouble. He's going to need to why can't I? Okay, that was really weird. Power is going to be moving his units. I think he wants to pull back in close proximity to this planetary fortress. Actually, no, he's going to fly those over here and maybe just try and keep them alive as long as possible. Pinging going on all over the place. Power has all these different armies running everywhere. He is sending another army up here to try and deny these expansions. Look at the multitasking Power right now. He is all over the map. Average APM 188. But at the same time, ItWasLuck is going to be able to shell down this expansion. And there goes the planetary fortress. Power is sneakily saving this army. You like that, sneakily, but it doesn't look like Power with this fireball is going to be able to do anything to this fortress, but he will be able to run in behind here and do just like ItWasLuck was doing to him and kill a bunch of SCVs. And oh man, Sosorryman, not realizing this is happening, lost a lot of SCVs there. So Power could sit here and deny mining here, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the best use of that army, as it is really large for the sole purpose of denying that mining. And now Sosorryman, it looks like he wants to come back and eliminate this army, but Power is going to go ahead and lift off these units. And is he going to fly in over here and start taking out some production facilities? Where is this dropship going to go at the same time, man? There's so much going on here. It looks like Panerai and ItWasLuck have been duking it out in the middle, and I've missed that. Man, there's so much going on in this game right now. ItWasLuck now is going to lift off all of his tanks and everything, and he is flying down. And it looks like he may fly right down into Power's main here. And man, there's so much going on. I don't want to miss anything. Panerai looks like he's going to be chasing this dropship around. Oh, and ItWasLuck is going to pull back. Why is he pulling back? Because there is a battle going on somewhere. And Power is continuing to press the issue here. He has consolidated his forces, bringing those two dropships full to combine forces with his other army. And now this engagement is going to take place. Sosorryman is going to try and defend all these barracks, trying to get the best positioning he possibly can. Power needs to keep these forces together, and some of them are shooting at units up here and some of them are shooting at units down here, but it looks like he does have the 3-3 upgrades over 2-3. So finally Sosorryman has caught up in the upgrades for the most part, but he is not going to be able to deal with this. There are too many units here for Power. Continue to apply the pressure, but ItWasLuck is going to come back here and drop off these. Did he lose all of the tanks? Were Panerai and ItWasLuck fighting down here? And did Panerai take out all the tanks? I'm not sure. He's got a couple of Mutilas out here finally. At the 33-minute mark, we do see some Mutilas. And oh my god, you guys, this is just... There's so much action all over the map. I cannot keep up. There's pinging going everywhere. Sosorryman has these bases, but he has no mining going on. And he has all these dropships, but nothing to carry or heal. And it looks like that is going to be it. Power and Panerai with the comeback victory. Man, I thought they were totally screwed when the Sosorryman and ItWasLuck had the contain down here. They had Power, they had shelled down Power's natural expansion, but he trickily came up with the massive drop into ItWasLuck's base, which we are going to go back and take a look at right now. If I can get to it here. And okay, I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward here to see what was going on here. The dropships, now the drops are on, the drop is on the way. flying right in here. He's going to drop off at the edge of the base and kill the missile turret and then fly right in the main with this Stimpack, this huge army right here. A great play, a great idea. There's no way he's going to be able to deal with the siege tanks at the front, so he goes ahead with the massive drop and starts shelling down all of the production facilities. So a nice job there by Power, and there was so much action during this game all over the map. There was just no way that I was going to be able to keep up with everything. But a very, very exciting game. Thank you, Power, for sending me this game, and you guys know the rest what happens here. He just continues killing everything in here, even queuing up this motion here that he is going to kill this command center and then run up into this base and kill that. So really really well played by Power and Panerai, and well played by Sosorryman and ItWasLuck too. Very exciting. Thank you, Power, for sending me this game. This is Starcraft, and that's going to do it for me, so peace out.